A very good morning, students. Welcome to English class. This is our book, Gulmaga Language for Life 9th edition. Okay, for class 6. Already we have learned one poem and one lesson from 8th edition. So the publisher has given new edition, that is 9th edition for 2020 to 21, that is for the academic year 2020 to 21. So we have received this book now. So we are going to follow this. Okay. Here in the 9th edition, the first lesson is, that is unit 1 is Meeting Cezanne. Meeting Cezanne. Okay. It is written by Sir Michael Morpurgo. Sir Michael Morpurgo or Michael. Okay, we can pronounce it as Michael or Michael Morpurgo. Sir Michael Morpurgo is an English author, poet and playwright, and he is best known for his novels and stories for children. He is best known for novels. He used to write novels, stories, especially for children, many of which have been made into films, and many of his stories are made into films. Okay. Between the years 2003 and 2005, he was named Children's Laureate of the United Kingdom. So in Britain, United Kingdom, UK, that is in Britain, he was named as Children's Laureate. Okay, that is children's poet. We can call it as children poet. He has won several awards for his work, and he had won several awards also. Okay. Let us see the story. Okay. Here, Meeting Cezanne. First see the title. Cezanne. Meeting Cezanne. The pronunciation is given here. See here. Cezanne. Cezanne. Okay. So Cezanne. So Meeting Cezanne. Cezanne is a famous master artist. He is a master artist of his time. In 20th century, he was a famous master artist. He was a French painter. That is one who draws, that is called artist, was a great influence on many artists of the 20th century. Cezanne was a French painter. He was a French painter in 20th century. Okay, 20th century means 1900 to 1999. Okay, that is 20th century. Now, before the story, there is the introduction. Flipping through his mother's book, a young boy named Yannick admires the beauty of the countryside of Provence, as painted by the master artist Cezanne. Flipping through his mother's book, that is, he used to study his mother's book. A young boy named Yannick. His name is Yannick. He admires the beauty of countryside of Provence. Provence means a region of southeastern France, famous for its scenery. So he is seeing the book here, that is, he is seeing a painting of Provence, that is southeastern France scenery in a paint, as painted by the master artist. It is painted by the master artist Cezanne. One summer, he gets the chance to go and spend time with his uncle's family who lives there. One summer, he went to his uncle's house. Okay. Yannick soon begins to enjoy his stay, occasionally helping his uncle run the village inn. Actually, in that village, his uncle is running an inn. What is the meaning of inn? Inn means hotel. Okay, we will go and eat food, no? That is called hotel or restaurant, we can say. Okay, Yannick soon begins to enjoy his stay. He started enjoying his stay in his uncle's house. Okay. One day, there is a bustle at the inn. There is a bustle. What is the meaning of bustle? Bustle means noisy, excited activity or movement. Noisy, excited activity or movement. Some noisy at the inn. Okay, for a famous man. Why it is very noisy means because a famous man is coming there. The man who is coming to the inn is a very famous man. Okay, comes visiting. He is coming there. So there is a Basil, that is he is a famous man, no, so one who likes him, the person who are all likes him came to that inn, and they are speaking about that man. Who is this man, and why is there such a fuss about his visit? Let us see in the story. Okay, who is that man, who is that famous man, and why is there such a fuss? Fuss meaning some confusion, some noises. Fuss means some noises, some conversations are going on, no, so that fuss means some noisy thing about his visit. Okay, let us see in the lesson. Let us read the first paragraph. That evening, my cousin Amandine told me I had to do everything properly because their best customer was coming to dine with some friends. That evening, my cousin. Here, my cousin. So, who is telling the story? Yannick. The boy Yannick is telling this story. Okay. That evening, my cousin. My cousin refers to Yannick's cousin. Cousin, you know. Who is a cousin? If our parents, brothers, children are our cousin. Okay. Brother or sister's children are our cousin. My cousin Amandine, her name is Amandine. Amandine told me I had to do everything properly because their best customer was coming to dine with some friends. So, his cousin, Yannick's cousin, told her that I have to do everything properly because our best customer is coming to dine. Coming to dine means going to have a dinner there. That is that night tiffin. Okay, night food. Going to dine with some friends, some of his friends. So he is coming there. So he is a famous man and he is a best customer also. Best customer means one who comes to the inn often, and he is a best customer. Okay, it is told by Amandine, his cousin. He lived in the chateau. Chateau pronunciation is SH, chateau. Okay, so chateau. See here, the pronunciation is he lived in the chateau. What is the meaning of chateau? You can see here in the glossary. A large French country home or castle. A large French country home. Okay, so in France they have this this kind of home or castle. Castle also a living place, residential place. Okay, he lived in the chateau in the village. So in the village there was a very large French castle is there, French home is there. So that is called chateau. Okay, she said, and was very famous. And that best customer is living in chateau and he was very famous. Like that, who is telling? Amandine is telling to Yannick. When I asked what he was famous for, she didn't reply. But when Yannick asked to Amandine for what he was very famous man, for what? Whether he is a hero or he is a politician or he is anything else. Okay, for what he was famous for, but she didn't reply. We don't know why she didn't reply. Okay, questions, always questions, she tuttered. Go and fetch the logs. Instead, she said, she didn't reply. She just questions, always questions. You are asking too many questions. You go and fetch the logs. Tuttered. What is the meaning of tuttered? See here, made a sound expressing annoyance. That is, she didn't like to answer the question. So she said, in annoyance, she said, questions, always questions. Go and fetch the logs. Logs meaning woods. Okay, for firewoods to cook food. Okay, so go and fetch the logs. Like that, she is telling. Now, third paragraph. Whoever he was, he looked like an ordinary man without much hair. But I felt very pleased when the famous man ate one of my creme brulee. Creme brulee pronunciation is, see here, creme brulee. Creme brulee. Okay, creme brulee. The pronunciation is given here. Creme brulee. So what is the meaning of creme brulee? Creme brulee means a French dessert consisting of custard and topped with the layer of sugar. So They have they used to it is a French dessert. It is a French cuisine. There is French dessert. It is consisting of custard and a layer of sugar. Okay, so that thing is liked by that famous man. That is this creme brulee is done by Yannick, that 10-year-old boy, no, done by Yannick. So it was tasted by him, and whoever he was, Yannick thinks whoever he was, he looked like an ordinary man. We don't know whether he is a famous man or not, but he looked like an ordinary man, and with a few hair, only few hairs left. There is no much hair, only few hair. And he felt very pleased. He felt very happy when the famous man ate his recipe. They ate his creme brulee, what he made. Okay. After the man and his guests left, we began to clear the table. In the hotels and all, they used to clean the table, no. So for that, I pulled the paper tablecloth off. So he used to do that. Okay, he pulled the paper tablecloth. Pulled the paper tablecloth and scrunched it. Scrunched means kasaki podrathu. Okay, just crunched it and threw it into the fire as usual. Suddenly, his cousin Amandine came past him. For some reason, she grabbed the tongs. Tongs, you know what is the meaning of tongs? A device used to pick up hot things, that is called tongs. Okay, and try to pull out the remnants of the burning paper tablecloth. That is, Yannick put the tablecloth, crunched the tablecloth and put it in the fire. No, she came and take the tongs and tried to take the burning paper. Okay, try to take the remainings of burning paper tablecloth, but it was already too late. Then she turned to me. Already too late means everything burnt. The whole paper gets burnt. Then she turned to me. Then she turned to Yannick. Let us see what happened. Okay, you fool! She shouted. You little fool! She shouted at him. She shouted at him. You fool! She shouted. You fool! She said, you fool! You fool! And then what happened? What? I said. And he got confused. Why she is scolding me, you fool, you fool? What? And he said, what? That man who just left does a drawing on the tablecloth as a tip for Papa if he likes his meal. She said that famous man used to draw a picture on the tablecloth as a tip. As a tip meaning as a encouragement or as an appreciation for Papa. For Papa means this is Amandine, okay, Amandine's father. If he likes his meal, he used to draw some pictures for him. You went and threw it in the fire, but you take it and threw it in the fire. He is the most famous painter in the world, idiot. She was in tears now. And then she said that he is the most famous. Now only she revealed that he is a very famous man for painting. Okay, and he said, she scolded Yannick and she was in tears. She was in tears means she started crying. Okay. So next what happens? Let us see. Everyone in the restaurant stopped eating and went silent. So in the restaurant, everyone stopped eating on hearing that Amandine scolded Yannick. So everyone in the restaurant, they stopped eating and they went silent. Then Uncle Bruno came striding towards us, unlike his jolly self. What is it? He asked Amandine. So Uncle Bruno came striding towards us. Uncle Bruno, this is Yannick's uncle, Amandine's father. Okay, he came towards him. He came towards them. He was not in a jolly mood. He said, "What is it? What happened? Why Amandine is scolding you like that?" He asked Amandine, "What is it? What happened?" He asked Amandine, "What is it? What happened? Why are you scolding him?" "It was Yannick, Papa," she cried. "He threw it into the fire, the tablecloth, the drawing." And Amandine said, "It was Yannick who threw the tablecloth into the fire." Like that she said, and she cried. "Did you tell him about it, Amandine?" And he asked, "Did you tell him that the tablecloth has a drawing? Did you inform him about that?" Uncle Bruno asked, "Did Yannick know that he sketches something on the tablecloth and leaves it behind for us?" did you give information that the master artist painted for him, painted in the tablecloth, and he used to draw in the tablecloth and leaves it behind for us? Amandine looked at me, her cheeks wet with tears. And Amandine, he looked at Yannick, and her cheeks wet with tears because she is crying. No, so her cheeks wet with tears. I thought she was going to lie, but she didn't. She thought that she is going to lie. Yes, I said to him like that she will say, but he thought at first, but she didn't tell lie. No, Papa, she said, lowering her head, because she has done the mistake. No, so no, Papa, like that she said, and she lowering her head. Then you should not blame him. Then what you should not do? You should not blame him. Should you? For something that was not your fault. Then you should not blame him. Should you? For something that was your fault. That was your fault. You have to inform him before. So you are not informing him, then you are blaming him. It's your fault. Like that his father is advising. Okay. Say sorry to Yannick now. And her father said, say sorry to Yannick now. She mumbled. Mumbled means just murmuring in her within her. And she said, she just mumbled. Mumbled means sorry, like that we will say, no. So she mumbled it, but didn't raise her eyes. She didn't raise her eyes. Uncle Bruno put his arm around me. He just put his arm on his shoulder. Never mind, Yannick, he said. Just never mind, don't think about that, you just leave it, like that he is telling. He said he particularly liked his creme brulee. Okay, that is creme brulee is prepared by Yannick, no. So he said that famous man liked your creme brulee. You made it, didn't you? You only do that, isn't it? So the drawing was for you, really. So the drawing is for you, really. Always look on the bright side. And he said, always look on the bright side. Why he said always look on the bright side means just look for good things on bad situation. Actually, it is a bad, now for him it's a bad situation now. So just always look on the bright side, like that he is telling. For a moment, you held a drawing that was made for you by the greatest painter in the world. That is, the greatest painter had drawn for you, and for a moment, you have burnt it now, but for a moment you have that painting in your hand, isn't it? That's a great thing. That's something you will never forget. So that is the thing, you should not forget it. So like that, who is telling? Uncle Bruno is telling to Yannick. Okay. Let us see what happens in the next class. Okay, students. Students, here is the question answer. The first question is, who was going to visit the inn? Was he someone important? How do you know? So there are 3 questions in number 1. First one, see here they have given a clue. That is, in paragraph 1 you might find answers for this question, but you have to write in your own words. So who was going to visit the inn? The inn's best customer. The best customer of the inn was going to visit the inn. The famous man was going to visit the inn, like that you can say. Was he someone important? Yes, he was an important man because he was very famous and he was a best customer of the inn. So you can write answer for this. And how do you know? How do you know? So from paragraph 1 we can understand that there is a bustle in the inn. We have seen, isn't it? Bustle in the inn. That means they are all talking about the famous man. Someone is coming. The famous man is going to come and going to dine there with his friends, isn't it? From that we can understand. So you can write answer for this. Okay. Point by point you write. First point for this question, second point this question, and third point this question. Next question, why did Amandine try to remove the burning tablecloth from the fire? Why did he try to remove? Amandine tried to remove the burning cloth from the fire because the tablecloth had some painting or had some picture of the famous man, of the famous artist. Okay, like that you can write. Okay, he used to draw pictures on the tablecloth and he gave it as a tip for her papa. Like that you can write. Okay, so first two questions is your assignment.